Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. I'm having to narrate after the fact. I didn't have my microphone system turned on or plugged in because there was a chance of rain that night. I didn't want to go through the trouble of trying to waterproof everything. Anyways, this is a 8-lap pre-final, 22 total drivers. You can tell I'm starting in the back. I qualified 19th out of 22. So I got a cart that had some issues with it, just couldn't qualify it very fast. And for some reason, I started dead last due to a grid issue, but it doesn't matter. It didn't matter at this point. 19th or dead last, it's not that big a difference. So coming up from the start here, I'm looking at Colton, the flag man, and throws a green. I'm going to go inside, but realize I don't have enough room. I don't want to try to make a pass in the grass and then probably run over and kill Colton, because I like Colton. I'd like to have him around for a while longer. So coming down the straight here in turn one, at this point, I'm letting the race unfold and just kind of trying to stay out of trouble. When you're starting in the back, the biggest thing to do is avoid wrecks. That can ruin your race. And what happens in exit in turn 3, there's a wreck. If you go back and watch the replay, I think cart number 23 dive bombed the person in front of him, which spun him, and then someone else happened to spin on their own, and that caused the pile up. So starting in the back is a lot of fun because you get to pass a lot of people, but there's also a lot of risk to it because there's usually a wreck back there. Some of the drivers aren't as experienced. So I'm going for a pass here, and I slide into him just a little bit. The back end kind of locked up a little bit. I remember feeling, and I slid into him. I apologize. I don't want to pass anyone like that. So what I was saying before that is there's a lot of risk when you're starting in the back because a lot of people maybe are not as experienced and they make some more aggressive moves. And, we've all been there, but that's how we learn, is by just racing more and learning and figuring out, what's working for us and what's not. So I've learned just throughout racing in, 2.5 seasons that it's just best to be patient and wait for the right time to make the move. So right here, I got a good group of carts in front of me, just trying to run as fast as I can so I can catch up to those guys and get into a race with them. Them battling each other should allow me to, and does, to catch up to them and start trying to pass them for position. So 2 laps in, I went from 22nd place to 11th. It's not bad. Pretty happy with that so far. I probably don't know where I'm at specifically as far as grid-wise. I try to determine that as I'm racing, but it's kind of hard sometimes. So exiting this turn here, there's a little bit of racing going on, and there's Justin right there. I passed him on the inside. I don't really like to pass people there necessarily, but if the situation presents itself, of course I'm going to take it, and it did there, so I had to go with it. So right here, we're going down the straight, and there's no one directly behind me, so I'm free to try some moves. I don't have it going into 1, so we'll just wait in line, maybe try him going into turn 2, depending on how the exit works out. Start to get a little bit of a run on him. I think I can get my nose in there. Backed off, and he gave me a little space there. I could have forced the issue, but I think that based where we were at in the race, it's really early. If the pass didn't work, all we're going to do is slow each other down, and the guys behind us are going to catch right back up, and the guys in front of us are going to step away a little bit longer. It's best just to back off, settle in, get in line, and pass him somewhere else, because at this point I'm thinking I can pass this guy. I just have to wait for the right time where I can maintain as much speed as possible in doing so. So here we'll settle in. Started to get a run on him, kind of bumped him, but I still maintained the momentum and got inside of him, made a good pass, and now we are focused on the person directly in front of us. A little bit of a gap opened up. So here I'm trying to get close enough to try to pass them probably on the next lap at some point. Like right now I'm just way too far away to even consider anything. I'm just trying to catch up to them as much as I can. I tend to catch people here in this section for some reason, which is good for me, but I don't like passing people here very much because then you have a left-hander right after that, and if it, I just don't think it's the best place on the track to try to pass somebody. But again, if the opportunity's there, of course you try to take it. So check behind me. We're good back there. Let's see if I can pass this guy coming up on the next lap. Everything's going pretty well. I'm in 8th place at this point, and I think I do know kind of where I'm at on the track. So we're going to see if we can set him up for not this turn, but the next set of turns coming up. Let's see how we exit. Got a good run. He goes to the outside, and I just keep my run going. He gives me plenty of room, which was nice of him, and I slotted right in behind the guy in front of me. Everything's looking great. And all of a sudden, something's wrong with my cart. I throw my right hand up in the air, let the other carts know that I'm having a problem. The cart's just not going. It's going very little. I'm giving it gas. It's just not reacting to it. For some reason, this driver stops. And he should have just kept going. There's no yellow thrown. Just keep going if that happens. So I pull it into the pits and park the cart. Not really happy about it, but there's just not much you can do about it. It's a rental cart. Stuff happens. So tune in for the next race, the final, see what happened there.